We have said it on many videos, when you own an RV, problems will happen. Nobody's immune from this, including us. So we were supposed to be out camping this weekend and we had to cancel our trip.
And we're at home, which is not where we wanted to be this weekend.
So you may be asking yourself, what happened? What forced you to cancel the trip?
Our first trip, our shakedown trip.
This video is going to cover a couple things, a couple of important things that we've talked about, and we actually did this and kind of prevented maybe a little more of a headache. As you know, or may not know, we live up in the Northeast. We're in New Jersey, and it gets cold and we have to winterize. And you know, sometimes things are different before the season until after the season.
Now, real quick, we have to winterize now, but how many months left until we won't have to winterize?
39 months.
Until Izzy's retirement.
39 months.
Carry on.
So we're going to talk about exactly, what we found and what we have going on. So we've talked about it many times. Even on new RVs, used RVs, you could have a problem like we had on our RV. And that's why it's so important to get an RV inspection. We want to thank the official sponsor of this video, Blue Ox RV Inspections. They do a great job.
So Blue Ox RV Inspection is Pierre and Laurel Fortin. Actually, they call their inspection a peace of mind inspection because it's exactly what it's going to provide you. If you're buying new or used, you will have peace of mind when they are done if you should buy this RV. Now, they're full-time RVers. They have a lot of successful inspections under their belt right now. They are going to be traveling from now through the fall all over the Northeast United States. So we're going to give you a quick detail of where they will be so you can set yours up now. So from the time of this video until the end of May, they will be in Florida. From May 25th to the 31st, Charleston, South Carolina. And from the beginning of June to the end of June, they will actually be in the New Jersey area, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. And then from the end of June through July and through September, all of New England. So New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont. To find out exactly when and where they will be at which dates, make sure to give them a call. We'll put details in the description below. So as we always say in our videos, and as everybody does before our first trip or every trip, we always check, especially that first one, everything's working, right? So we were checking the water system, as we always do.
Well, and dewinterizing, really.
And dewinterizing, yes. And this is where we encountered a problem that allowed us to have to stay home.
So one of the things on these RVs, their plumbing, for the most part, the newer ones are PEX, and there's connections on those PEX, and those things fail. We've already had a couple of them fail that have been in places that are somewhat accessible, so I can get at it and fix it. And we've talked about this in videos. This one is a bigger issue. So when we were dewinterizing, I noticed okay, there's some water here, and I don't know where it's coming from. So
now it was pouring out too at this point, so we were
pouring, raining.
Is there, it was raining out, so we're like, is this an issue with that? But quickly we started to see that that was not the case.
Yeah, so if I don't know if you can get in here, right over here, I don't know if you can see, so we have the water lines that run from the freshwater inlet. You can see it right here. There's a connection there. And then you can see those lines run, I'll show you on the other side, right over there. You see that kind of like that covering, that contraption. There's actually lines in there. Those lines run up into our kitchen sink. What I noticed was there was water actually kind of seeping down from here and pooling over here. It's rolled up right now, but when that slides out, I could see there was water coming from that area. Of course, you see where that's at. You see the size of this bay door. Let's go on the other side and just show you a little better. And you can see where the Victron inverter is.
We'll link that video above if you haven't seen that yet.
The water, there's a little bit of water kind of like seeping, just seeping, not crazy, but right here, right behind here, the source of the leak, I believe, is somewhere back there.
This is getting this.
I don't know, but somewhere back there. Basically nowhere where I could
we can't even get to it. So we were attempting to salvage this trip because we really wanted to get out. So we actually called a mobile RV tech, and he
called us back.
He was great. Yes, he's from Jersey, but he wasn't able to get out here until
the 19th.
It was which was almost 2 weeks from when this happened. That wasn't going to work. So we called actually the Gerber RV, who actually did our batteries for us, and they've done a lot of work for us, and they do a good job. Hopefully, they can take a look, and it's not going to be as much of an issue as.
I think it's better we went to Gerber because they do everything there. They have the ability to get in there if necessary.
Right.
Again, yeah, I'm hoping it's just a
Right.
fitting.
Yep.
We'll kind of bring you along on this trip to see what it is. But I'm going to have them look at everything. We didn't find it. I checked under the sinks. There's no leaks. I didn't see anything else. These things happen, but it's better that it happened now versus on the road when we can't use the water at all. That would be terrible. So we'll take you along on this journey, let you know what it's like, how much it cost us, and you know what the solution is. .50 in the morning, headed out to Gerber RV. And like we said, guys, the struggle to get service, it's a real problem. Gerber actually did us a solid getting us in this quickly. And I think it's just because we dropped some coin about not even a week ago, having our batteries installed. So we had picked it up, was it Wednesday or Thursday? And literally the next day I'm calling them, say, listen, we have a little bit of an issue. Can you get me in? And they said, yeah, bring it in Monday. So I'm hoping it'll get done this week. I'm gonna kind of ask them if they can get that done. But on a brighter note, look at the beautiful sunrise here in northern New Jersey. It's not gonna be so calm. In about 20 minutes, there's gonna be bumper to bumper traffic. We're kind of in our little oasis, our little paradise up where we live, which is nice. So I'll let you know when we get there. You know, once we get a diagnosis, I don't know when that's going to be. Like I said, I have a strong feeling it's a fitting. The pain is going to be getting at that fitting, which is not something I really want to undertake just because of where that plumbing is, and it's like it's in some kind of guard, like some kind of plastic guard that it's in, and foam and wrapped, and I just don't even want to deal with it. So I'm going to let them deal with it. All right, guys. So we have an update on what went on. It's actually about 5 o'clock, almost at the closing of Gerber. They did find the problem. So remember I told you, all these plumbing is in this track. Everything's folded up now. You can see the other hose here. But I want to show you, here's the plumbing that was the problem. It's already been extracted. Here is the issue. Like I told you, it's set up on that track. Track goes in and out. Here's the other part of the track, right? It comes out from the bay, up, as you see here, up into the kitchen. Look at what the problem is here. There is a crack in the line. What was happening when the slide was closed, this hose was folded, no water coming out. When the slide is open, this hose expands, and look at the problem. It's not a burn, it's not from the heating element. The heating element's actually necessary because the water lines are now exposed to the weather. They're exposed to the weather. So you need a heating line to keep, any water if you're in really cold weather. We don't really camp in super cold weather. I feel this is kind of a design flaw. This should not happen. Clearly, these were winterized lines. There was red fluid in them and the pink fluid. And if you look at the damage on here, I mean, this is a straight up crack. This is not from like a pinhole. So I'm gonna be on the phone with Newmar after this repair is done. Gerber, they're getting new line. They actually had to rip up some of the foam, so they went to get some new foam. This should be done hopefully tomorrow. But I'm going to make Newmar aware of this, see what they're gonna do about it, because this is definitely an issue. I'm sure I'm not the only one it's happened to. I don't know if the line was cut a little too big, if it wasn't fitted correctly. But it happened on one side, then it happened on the other. It shouldn't be happening at all. Keep you updated on the repair and the final cost of what this repair is going to be. All right, so we got everything fixed. I want to thank Gerber RV. We had the problem. We called them to bring it down. That's not normally what happens at RV places, but like I said, we've had work with them, and they knew we had some trips set up, and they know the frustration of what can happen. So basically, this hose was replaced. Again, here's the break in the hose, and we explained to you that in that track it's supposed to be nice and rounded. I'm going to be calling Newmar, making them aware of this. Everyone's going to want to know the final price. Again, it's not for the part, it's for the labor. They were working on this for a while. It's kind of a pain to manually get this thing through. Newmar sells the whole unit. It's $650, 6 to 8 weeks back order. That just wasn't going to work. So the actual cost to us, $1,977. $1,977. $1,977. Not cheap, guys.
Jersey prices.
Guys, not cheap. If you own an RV, you're gonna have to have some funds to make sure when something happens that you have the funds to pay for it. That is just a reality. We're not going to end the video here. I'm going to call Newmar, let them know what happened, see what they're going to do for us, because it's kind of everybody's feeling that this is certainly an issue that should not have happened. For whatever reason it did. So we'll keep you guys posted.
So we just got back from our shakedown trip. We had about 3 days out, a nice little short one. Everything worked well the whole time.
So that is resolved, which is a good thing, and hopefully stays that way for the season. Now, an update, if you remember when we left Gerber, I said I was going to contact Newmar. I did contact Newmar. I spoke to the customer service rep there. Just a little secret, guys. If you're going to call Newmar, call them early in the morning, like 8 o'clock. That's the best chance of getting somebody to answer really quick, which they did. I explained to the rep what had went on. The actual repair shop felt that it was a manufacturing problem or an installation problem. They agreed. They asked if I had video pictures, which I sent them, as well as an invoice, which I sent them. They did also agree that the price was very expensive, which we said it was.
Welcome to Jersey.
But they are sending us a check for $1,200. That is what they would have charged at the Newmar Service Center. It's not the whole amount, but I feel it's a fair amount, just because, you know, Jersey is expensive, and manufacturers are going to pay their rate. So we got some of that money back. Good job, Newmar, for stepping
kudos
up. We are out of warranty, but you know, they accepted responsibility for whatever issue was going on.
And they were nice about it,
They were super nice about it. Yeah, I actually got a confirmation email that they will be sending out a check within the next couple of weeks. So doesn't happen, we'll do another video, but I'm pretty confident it's going to happen. So in the comments below, let us know, have you had this same kind of issue on your RV, whether it's a Newmar or not? Anything with the slide, sometimes an issue, or have you had any manufacturing defects? And more importantly, has the manufacturer stepped up? Because that is the most important thing.
How is it handled? Yes.
And to the left of us, we're going to put our RV DIY and RV newbie playlist. And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.